Yes, you know what? Sometimes the electric bill is rude. You open it and you're like, oh no. And sometimes it's a surprise. We don't want that for you. So we have David Kinchen, who is CEO of Energy Ogre. This is confusing. We don't know how to read our bill. So you've done all the work for us to find the best plan for us. So how do we do it?
So if you go to our website or to a link, we come through the market and we look at all the plans in the market, and we forecast what people kind of need to be in, and we basically take their usage and line up the best plans for them. But at a very high level, what we try to do is give people an indication of kind of what the market's doing right now to make it kind of easy. There's we have a zip code tool where you plug in your zip code, and it gives you just a really good idea of kind of where the market's at. You know, after last year where prices were very, very high, they've come off significantly, and now we want to make sure people know that it might be a good opportunity for them to switch into a lower plan. With all this heat coming, you can either try to reduce your usage, but an easier way to kind of do it is make sure you're paying the best price.
Yeah, so if we already lock this in, I think sometimes we forget about it. We set the plan and then we just let it go for years. So you're saying there's a pretty big difference between last summer and this summer, so it's worth looking at anyway.
Yeah, you know, in a normal year, it might not make sense to kind of break your plan and pay your ETF, your early termination fee. And so if it might save you, you know, $100 or $200, but you had a $100 or $200 ETF, it would make sense. So with these price changes, you know, last year it might have been 13, 14, 15 cent energy rates. You were all in was close to 20 cents. We're closer to like 6.5 to 7.5 cents right now for your energy, and that might be an all-in rate of more in the 11 cent range.
Yeah.
So at a 7, 8, 9 cent spread, you're really looking at being able to overcome that fee very easy.
And again, you did the work for us. You did all the shopping around. We don't have to log in, make a bunch of calls. Give me an idea of some of the things we can do at home. You said, you know, on the usage side, that would also help us out as well. You mentioned a couple things like even with the dryer or our dishwasher.
Yeah, there's little things to do. Everybody goes, hey, let's not run that AC, and that really becomes the pain point. And so there's other little things you can do that might not be a big upset to your life. And so one thing is you have a heat and dry button on your dishwasher, and you have an element in there that'll help dry the dishes, and it'll get them drier faster. And I love that button. It's great, but it does use a lot of energy.
Okay.
And if you were to run it more in the evening or right before bed, it would also not be kind of putting more heat into the home at that kind of critical part of the day when your AC is really struggling.
Okay.
So if you can do those two things, it lowers your bills.
Yeah.
If you have an electric dryer, there's an eco mode button on there. And yes, it takes longer to run, but it'll end up using a lot less electricity because it's not going to just do it as fast as it can.
Right.
Those are two easy things.
Clean out the lint drawer as well. Clean out that lint drawer, check the AC air filter as well. That could help you out. So those are just a couple ideas. But again, Energy Ogre is where you want to go. We have a link on our website so you can find the best plan for you. And if you do a couple of those savers as well, hopefully you'll see a big difference on your bill and you won't be crying the next time you open it.